can, so that they don't ring while we're presenting. Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through tonight. First Tuesday of April, if you can believe it. We're in April. We're going to blink. It's going to be May. I know it is. Why? Because we've got the holidays and public holidays to just fill up the month of April, and poof, we are gone into May. You can't believe how this year is passing. I feel like 2018 took forever compared to 2019. We're really motoring. But folks, thank you for coming through here this evening. And those of you watching us live tonight, we're happy to have you with us. As I understand it, we've got people in Nelspruit watching us and Cape Town watching us tonight. And I know we've always got the KZN teams tuning in as well. So it's fantastic to have you guys from around the country with us this evening as we exploit DuePoint's technology in spreading what I call the good news of DuePoint around the country. So thank you for joining us this evening. To start with though, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to note. We are a division of a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company that's been around since 1952. This is a 68-year-old insurance company. It is not a new thing that you are seeing here this evening. This is a well-established financial services company that has homegrown South African, built by and run by South Africans. And so we want you to just have a little bit of confidence in who you're dealing with this evening. There's plenty of things bouncing around in our economy every day. We get a different WhatsApp or a different Facebook message to say, hey, I got the next thing to make you rich and famous and this and that. And all you got to do is deposit your money here. Folks, you're not going to be dealing with any of that this evening. This evening you are dealing with a full-blown licensed life and short-term insurance company. So take some confidence in that as we explore what we do at DuePoint. Now, DuePoint was formed around about 4 or 5 years ago when we started challenging some of the problems, some of the issues, the circumstances that we have in South Africa. Even 5 years ago, it was very clear that this was the path that we were heading down. And as a company, we had to solve our ability to be a long-term company, a long-term profitable company. But at the same time, we knew that if we were going to solve that problem, we needed to solve what was happening to South Africans on the ground. South Africans were becoming poorer. They were losing control of their income. It's sad to say that. If you think about it, it's nearly 2020. We're in 2019 now, and we're poorer than we were 20 years ago. Most people don't know that, but actually from a rands and cents perspective, your ability to buy is less than it was 20 years ago. With inflation and with the devaluation of the rand and with massive levels of legislation and political unrest, etc., the average South African is finding themselves in a position now, and already 5 years ago, where they're earning less than they did the years before. They have no control over their income. You guys know this. You can't increase your earnings. You don't snap your fingers in front of your boss and get an increase. It just doesn't work. At the same time, you have no ability to stop the escalating costs in South Africa. I think at some point they're going to start calling us in a state of hyperinflation. Last year we saw 6 petrol price increases with a 7th one at the beginning of this year, and now I hear another R1.20 is going to be our 8th petrol price increase in 14 months. You know, I start saying to myself, when are we going to wake up as South Africans? When are we actually going to wake up and get on our feet and start fighting this problem? Well, we decided 5 years ago that that was what we were going to do. We were going to get on our feet and we were going to start creating a solution for South Africans that would put them back in control of their income and back in a position where they could create wealth for themselves. If we were able to do that, we would then ensure the longevity of our company as well as its profitability by solving both ends of this problem. So we put together what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, we're going to give you one task. We just want you to connect the rest of South Africa to us. No selling, no buying, no presenting, no carrying stock around, none of the things that you're afraid to do or tired of doing. No, we just want you to use our technology to connect South Africans to us. If you can do that, well then, you create distribution for us. And by creating distribution, you increase our revenue. And by increasing our revenue, we're able to start creating wealth for you. We are not in the business of cash, ladies and gentlemen. Cash is what South Africans are addicted to, and it keeps them in poverty. If any of you were with me about 2 weeks ago, I did Wealth Creation 201, where I encouraged individuals to move away from cash. Why? Because cash is fleeting. Any of you have ever sold anything? What you know is when you make the sale, you get some cash, and then it's gone. Have you ever tried to hold on to the cash in your hands? It's either burning a hole through your hands or your pockets, or it's like water that just spills through your fingers. It's just never, and it doesn't matter how much cash you put in your hands, it just vanishes. And the fact that cash devalues over time anyway, we don't have an increasing value. Our currency gets weaker constantly. Means that there's holes that we can't even plug ourselves. No, that's not what we're in the business of. And it's a big mindset change for South Africans. South Africans only like cash. Give me the envelope with cash and then it's gone. They don't see that part. They just want the cash. No, we create wealth. Now, the way we create wealth is we create a recurring, reliable, steadfast income for you. That income is there when you're working or not, when you're sick or healthy, when you're on holiday or overworked at your traditional job. It's an income that comes in every month, no matter the circumstances. This is unlike anything you've ever been involved in before, because now it comes with a sense of peace and with real prospect for the future in changing your circumstances. We use financial services products here. These all run on automatic debit orders, and automatic debit orders raise every day of the month, every day of the year, which means that your income comes in without you having to run back to people to beg them to buy again. As I said, if you've ever been in the business of selling pots or pans or toiletries or plastic buckies or whatever it might be, you know that every month you're running back to get people to buy again so that you can have income. Here at DuePoint, it's a single connection. You will connect individuals to us, South Africans to us, and after that single connection, our technology ensures that your income comes every month into your pockets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've also built this system based on South African circumstances. We know all of the things that are affecting South Africans' lives, let alone our loss of control over our income and expenditure. We also are tired of talking to people about business opportunities. We also are overworked and don't have time to do other things. We also feel like we don't know many people, and some people don't because we're so caged in and hemmed in by the circumstances of living in South Africa. Well, you'll be glad to know that our system takes all of this into account. We built it as South Africans. And as South Africans, we know what are the things that hamper you, so we removed them. In our system, we enable you to use and leverage other people in the creation of your wealth. We call them channels. These channels of individuals will produce wealth for you 24 hours a day, because our business is not limited to the 8 hours a daylight. I don't have to deliver stock to people. Our technology delivers perfectly, instantaneously, 24 hours a day, anywhere in the nation. That's what we give you as wealth engineers, and we give it to you at no cost. Ladies and gentlemen, the use of our service, of our system, does not come with an admin fee or a sales fee or a monthly fee. It doesn't come with a startup injection. You don't have to buy a box of goodies tonight for 2.5 or 3.5 or 5,500 rand. You don't have to pay 2,500 rand every month in order to start earning. All of this nonsense that we've seen out there in the systems is not what we do, because it's not who we are. Here at DuePoint, we're trying to create wealth, not take wealth from people. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get free use of our entire system, our people, our offices, our technology. It's all yours every month. Our task is to create wealth for you in the system. In addition, you're not selling, you're not presenting. So you're not agents, you're not brokers, you're not intermediaries, you're not advisors, you're not marketers, and you're not advertisers. In our system, everybody, no matter what your circumstances or education is, can pick this tool up and start creating a wealth that is yours immediately. In addition, this system allows you to build an asset that is there because it pays every month. Something that produces income every month is something that can be priced. In our system, your channel can be sold. And in addition, when you pass away one day, this income that you have created during your lifetime and earned during your lifetime, this asset, this channel that you have created, is automatically passed on to your children. And they will continue to earn the income that you created during your lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, today there is nothing in South Africa that will offer you the opportunity to hand wealth over to your children. Now, this again is a big step, a mindset shift for South Africans, because for a very long time we have not thought about our children. I know this. I've interviewed many South Africans, and they're only interested about their own survival. They're not thinking about the generations to come. But ladies and gentlemen, those who have become truly wealthy, those families that you know all the names of around the world, the Oppenheimers, the Rockefellers, all of those, the famous names, the Johnson & Johnson guys, all of these guys, the Palm Olive guys, all of them, they're 4 or 5 generations down in wealth creation. That is why they are so wealthy. Each generation has built for the next, and each generation has got wealthier. Here at DuePoint, you have that opportunity. You have an intergenerational wealth creation tool in your hands. Nothing, no opportunity you see on your WhatsApp groups, no opportunity you see on Facebook gives you the ability to create wealth beyond your own generation. Here at DuePoint, because we're a 70-year-old insurance company, we are thinking beyond this generation. If we, as South Africans, are going to stand up on our feet and turn the economy around in our South Africa as it currently is, we have to start thinking about the generations to come. We can no longer have survival mentality. We now have to have wealth creation mentality, and that is thinking beyond ourselves. Folks, we make this system absolutely convenient for you. Absolutely. There's no presentations. There's no carrying around paper brochures and application forms. Someone came to me the other day and actually asked me for a brochure. Flip, it's 2019, guys. Nobody's printing brochures. Nobody. Think about how many of the handouts people pick up at intersections. I can't even remember the last time I took a pamphlet. Guys, there's no such thing as paper anymore. And if you're working in a system that still uses paper, well, I feel a bit sad for you. Because with us, you've got an app on your phone, and instantaneously, anywhere in the country, any time of the day, without having to pay for it, you can be plugging people into our system. It is a system of absolute convenience for you. You will do none of the things you've had to do before. By simply using our technology, you will connect the 57 million South Africans to us that are in economic crisis, and we will begin the process of creating wealth for them. As you connect individuals, our system will automatically allocate them to you. And as these individuals repeat the process, your channel, your platform of distribution will spread naturally and organically across the country. And we as DuePoint, not you, we as DuePoint will come along and facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have created. And your wealth will be born without you having to sell a single thing. We'll distribute this wealth to you in 2 ways. First, through our returns program. Our returns program will pay you R27.50 every month for every product payment in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you're going to go out, you're going to connect some of your friends. They'll become wealth engineers, pay for their product, and you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. That's 55 Rand every month for every product payment. This individual, you've had a single connection. You've made a single connection with that person to us. You don't even have to talk to them again. And every month thereafter, our system will raise that 55 Rand. Now, I've had people come in here and go, but my one here, I sell these buckies and I get 450 Rand. I sell this pot and I get 900 Rand. Ladies and gentlemen, you have missed something very important. You get the money once. Remember the mentality of cash versus wealth. 900 Rand, 90,000 Rand. It doesn't matter how much they pay you for once-off transactions. That money is gone before you know it. With us, every month going forward, you get that 55 Rand. No amount of money promised to you will ever equal the power of an annuity income, one that comes in potentially for your entire life and beyond into the next generation. These individuals will connect others to us. And when they do, again, you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200% for every successful product payment. Folks, if they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand. If they take 4, you get 220 Rand, and so on and so on. You have the ability, off of these single connections, to control your income, the thing that you have lost right now and do not have no matter what you're doing. You now get back in our system. In this example, you've been here for a few minutes, you're earning 1,000 Rand a month with us. That's 12,000 Rand a year. You've hardly done anything. Put more time and more energy into the creation of your channel, and your income will increase, but at a diminishing rate to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you will always earn 4% of R27.50 for every product payment on any point in your channel. You have unlimited earning capacity at DuePoint. If you build a channel that's 26 points big and you qualify to earn, you can earn on those product payments for all 26 points. You can hand it to your children, they can build it to 100 points, and they can earn on all 100 points. There's no ceiling above you in our system. There's no limitation. You alone will be the limitation in this wealth creation process. You will decide how much or how little you can make in our system. I like to call it self-selection. It was Jane's term that she gave me. You will self-select yourself out of this process. None of us will. We will put the tools before you. We will innovate and we will help you constantly. We'll do all the work for you. And you'll go, oh, I can't do this. Or no, it's too hard. Or I don't have enough time. Or I don't know enough people. Or it's a pyramid scheme. Or it's a that. Or we don't like the products. Or we. These things come and go. I've heard all the excuses, folks. None of them are true because you're not looking at a system like that. You're not looking at anything like you've ever seen before. Right now, you will be the only bottleneck in the system. You will decide how quickly you want to create wealth with us at DuePoint. Folks, we can calculate it. We can tell you exactly how much you can earn down to just within a few rands. Why? Because we've been around. This is not a new business. We have the data. I can explain and show to you what you can reasonably expect to earn in our system. You need to decide whether you're going to put in the time to get there. See, there's two ingredients to success at DuePoint. It's time and numbers. If you put lots of people in over no time, it all fades away. We've seen it happen repeatedly. People come in and put 1,000 people in 1 week and poof, they're gone because they didn't put them in properly. They didn't understand what was going on. They didn't even know what they were joining. Other people will spend years with us and put no one in. And they're in the same position. The two ingredients to creating wealth anywhere in any business is time and numbers. We need you to systematically connect the 57 million South Africans to us. So we use the growth rate formula example called 3+2. You can grow at any rate you like, but this example helps us predict your earnings. We call it 3+2. It says in your first month with us, you're responsible for connecting just 3 people to us. Just 3. That's all. That is not a lot to ask for. It's not 30 people or 50 people or 8 people a week. No, it's just 3 in an entire month. And then every month thereafter, you're responsible for connecting just 2. 1 person every 15 days. I know that all of you here, no matter how busy you are, can connect 2 people a month to us. Now, if you can do that consistently, which means, guys, April 2. We've got all the public holidays. We've got all the weekends. We've got all the Easter coming up, and people go, oh, I'm taking April off. Folks, you can't do that, otherwise the mathematics won't work for you. Then what you need to do is chop a month off of everything that we've done here at DuePoint. No, in fact, April is a fantastic opportunity to be connecting people. But if you're able to do it consistently, +2, every month, just 2 connections to us, then we know that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. 2,500 Rand a month is 30,000 Rand a year. You've hardly been doing anything. You've been connecting 2 people a month. If you'd like that to be a bigger number, connect more people. The app is there. It's free. You can go crazy all day long. We have people that will connect 20 to 80 people a month. You choose how many people you want to connect, and all these numbers change then. But you're busy. You're busy. You don't know anyone. I've heard all these things before. So you can only do 2 people a month. Fine, keep going. If you can do 2 for a year, just 1 year with us, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Not once off when you sell the pot for 900 Rand. No. Every month going forward, 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. That's 120,000 Rand a year. You have created it in 1 year with DuePoint. You didn't quit your jobs. You're still doing that. You just added this to your life and committed enough time to add 2 people a month to your first point with us. And in 12 months, you've already taken control of your finance. You see, this is the thing. We have lots of people that pass through these doors, and many people walk away and go for whatever list of excuses that they're not going to do this. And I ask myself, these individuals that do that, what are they doing outside of DuePoint to save their personal economic position? Do they believe that something will magically come along? What's going to come along, guys, to save us? At DuePoint, when we sat down to build the DuePoint system, we realized nothing was coming along. There is no hope of some magical thing flowing through our country and turning us around. That's gone, guys. The only hope we have is us, individuals on the ground, picking up a tool that won't cost us anything, but will build wealth if we are willing to put the time and the numbers in. 1 year of you being in control, 1 year of you building your asset, and your asset is worth 120,000 Rand a year. What, pray tell, outside of DuePoint will do that for you? What promises have you been given? What have you thought can be a solution outside of DuePoint? If you do it for 2 years with us, then that 9 becomes 27 to 30,000 rand. In 2 years, you become part of the top third of earners in the country, according to SARS. In 2 years, you've moved to an income that 67% of South Africans will never reach. And you've done it in 24 months with us. We didn't ask you to connect more people. No, we just said plus 2. Plus 2. Every month, 2 people. Christmas, 2 people. Easter, 2 people. Your birthday, 2 people. Every month, you've just added 2, and you're up to 27 to 30,000 rand a month. Then, you do a 3rd year with us, and it becomes 40 to 45,000 rand. You do a 4th year with us, and it becomes 60 to 65,000 rand. You do a 5th year, 5 years, and it is 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year, and in half a decade, you've moved yourself into the top 0.5% of earners in the country. In 5 years. Now you see, it's easy for me to click through those. Did you see how quickly I went through those? It's a different story walking the walk of 5 years, isn't it? Some of the guys around you have been here 3, 4 years now. They'll tell you it's different walking it. Because along the path, people are going to come along and think they know better. Are they not? They're going to tell you, it's one of those things. It won't last. It won't this, it won't that. But we have lasted. And we've delivered on every one of our promises. But they'll go, no, this, and then you'll believe them. You won't believe us. And what will you do? You'll self-select out. You'll self-select out. Whereas those that self-select in, 5 years down. 5 years is not a long time, guys. Now, there was that wonderful testimony. We'll show the chap now, Lakota, who said, 5 years is nothing. 5 years is nothing. Do you remember the World Cup 2010? I remember it like the other day. Hey? 9 years ago. I can't handle that. You know, I can't handle that. My son was just born. Now he's like 9. Like, what happened? Okay, 5 years is nothing. But in the first 5 weeks, you're going to go and talk to 5 or 6 people. They're going to laugh at you and tell you it doesn't work. These things don't work. All right, when they do, I want you to go to our YouTube channel. And I want you to go and show them the stories of all the people that we have. And then ask them again whether they think it doesn't work. See, every month we put a handful of people up on the stage. Tens of thousands of South Africans are working DuePoint now. We've been around for years, building wealth for themselves. And every month we put 1 or 2 or 3 of them on stage. So you can see, we don't put all the high flyers up. Every now and then we'll put one up, but mainly we put real people with real struggles, with people who laugh at them. We put them on stage and we say, how are you growing your wealth at DuePoint? We had Lakotla up. As I said, he's got a fantastic testimony. You can find it on our YouTube channel, where he talks about growing wealth slowly and steadily. He's got a full-time job. He's got responsibilities. This is something he does on the side. It's his hobby. He's in the Free State. He doesn't get to sit in here. In fact, I think Lakotla has never been in this office. So for those of you who keep saying, no, we can't build it until DuePoint's got an office in Uppington. Folks, you don't need an office anywhere, because DuePoint's office is right here. Here it is in your pocket. You've got DuePoint anytime, anywhere in the country. And Lakotla knows that. And he's earned 13,000 rand from us as hobby income over the last year. Just on the side, an extra 13,000 rand. Anyone here like 13,000 rands worth of just extra on the side recurring income? Just coming in. He's not been a guy who's put 1,000 people in. He's put 26 people in. He's put 26 people in. Those 26 people have put 167 people in. Do you think you could find 26 people to connect to our phone? Do you know it takes 3 taps on our phone to connect someone? So you'd have to click your phone 100 times. I think you all did that before lunch this morning. I'll bet you clicked your phone 100 times before lunch this morning. If you can do that, then you can also be in a position where you're earning recurring income from just a simple task of connecting 26 people. Then we had Fred and Eugenie Val up. They've had a huge story. That's why we put them on stage. Just a crazy story the last 24 months with us. We've had Fred, who's had strokes and heart attacks. He's now in a wheelchair. You see him right in here. The other night when he came here, he was in a wheelchair. Eugenie's had to look after him as he's gone through the strokes and the heart attack, and he's still smiling, man. He's still smiling. Eugenie ended up getting sick as a result of the stress and the work here, and ended up in bed for 8 months. All in the last 24 months. All in the last 24 months. While trying to build a second income with us. And in the meantime, they earn 30,000 rand a month. You know, what's it like to get 2,000 rand a month when you're in crisis? What's 2,000 rand when you're in crisis? They haven't had 16 people, 16 connections. 16 connections that has built them an income of 30,000 rand. Can any of you connect 16 people? You think you can do that? Would you like to earn 2,000 rand a month off the back of 16 connections? Yeah, I think it's quite doable, but you're going to self-select out. Some of you are looking worried already. Oh, I don't know. 16 people. That's a lot of people. It's not a lot of people. There are 57 million South Africans that need to hear this message. There are 57 million South Africans that are in economic crisis right now. Your task that we give you is to take this to them. Take it to them. Tell them to forget about their Chinese knockoff toiletries. Tell them to forget about their plastic wares from overseas and their crypto this and they that. And none of that is changing South Africa. You know it. Some of you have been involved in it. It didn't change your life. You didn't arrive here in your Ferrari tonight. You're in the same position as you were before because they're in the business of cash in transit. We're in the business of wealth creation. If you jump onto our YouTube channel, you'll see the people in there. We showed you people earning a couple of $1,000 a month. Now you can see people that earn 5, 10, 15, 30, 60, 100, 175,000 Rand a month. All of their stories are on YouTube. How much do you want? Maybe $2,000 a month is not enough for you. That's fine. Connect more than 16 people. Connect 1,000 people in 5 months. This is all up to you. And you could be earning 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 Rand a month in the next year. It's up to you to decide. No, it's a good number. That's a good number there. But more impressive is that number there. Can you see it? February 2016. That's a much more important number than that number, isn't it? What you've been doing in the last 3 years. You know that was 3 years ago now, 2016. I know it feels like last year, but it's 3 years ago. Are you going to self-select in or are you going to self-select out? I heard a guy today, he called in to complain. He said he can't build DuePoint because of our receptionist. I kid you not. He can't build DuePoint because of our receptionist. Do you know what that is? That's self-selecting out. That's all it is. He didn't even need to call me. I was like, my goodness. Now that is stretching for an excuse because he knew I knew the other excuses. That was the new one. I'm adding it as excuse number 11. We'll tackle it in the next throwdown, won't we? Objection number 11, the receptionist. Folks, it's you that will choose in or choose out. There are couples like this and all of these that have chosen in. You will decide for yourself. The second way that we reward you in the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program not only rewards you, but it teaches you. It is designed to train you, teach you how to become a successful social entrepreneur, teach you how to create wealth. As I said 2 weeks ago, we did Wealth Creation 201. We were teaching personal finance to South Africans. Where are South Africans getting personal finance training right now? Where? Nowhere. They have to pay for it, don't they? Here, the training is free. You will find world-class training across a myriad of topics that we have been putting together in the last 4 years that you have available to you in video free at any time. As you complete the steps in our training program, we will give you experience points because your experience will grow. Your knowledge will grow through this process. As it accumulates and your channels grow, the number of connections increases. We rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. We reward you with cash. Every rank will get cash. And then we get to rank 5. And at rank 5, we start to give you tools. Firstly, an imported Lightning memory stick from the US. It has everything on it you need to connect South Africans to us. At rank 7, you get a 20,000 Rand set of gold-gilded, custom-made, imported business cards that are yours. Have you ever had a 20,000 Rand set of business cards that had your name and details on? It's quite a unique experience, especially when it's gold gilded, it's not gold ink. Find a rank 7 and above wherever you are and they'll show you what a card looks like from a 20,000 Rand set of business cards. At rank 9, if you're able to build to rank 9 and maintain your channel size with us, then every year, for the rest of your life, we will take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, all expenses paid, 5-star business class. 5-star business. Let's stick with me. Stick with me here. Don't look at the light guys. Look at me. The light guys are getting excited because they've seen the rest of this presentation. They know what it looks like. Every year we go away with our rank 9s. I don't have to give you fake pictures on WhatsApp and all of that, the nonsense you normally receive during the day. No, we go every year. And we've already planned the year ahead. We know where we're going this year. And for all of our rank 9s and anyone who makes rank 9 this year, they will join us on trips that look like this. It's looking all right there. It's looking all right. That's a combination of a few trips that we've done. It's real footage. I didn't have to drag it off the internet to fake it. That's what it looks like. And every year there's more faces that join us. Who's going to join us this year in 2019? Who's going to go, this is the year that we're doing this in? Hey? Who's going to do it? Can take you any length of time. You might not make it this year. That's all right. We're going next year too. Then you just make it next year. And once you're in, as long as you maintain your channel size, you don't have to requalify every year. Isn't that awesome? Not like these other things that you've been involved with. They send you the Portuguese island. You only get the basic meal. Bread and water. Here it's 5-star business class. Once you're in and you maintain your channel, every year you know, on the 1st of January, you know where you are going in December with your family. Why would you self-select out? Have you counted the cost? At rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us. It's not financed from us. It's in your name. It's your car. Because we're in the business of wealth creation. Folks, we create this wealth through 4 of our products. We have our first product, which is called our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month. And for that 324 Rand, you get 2 products. Your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rand worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 and we put it into your investment account every month. So this product actually only costs you 224 Rand a month. The other 100 is yours and you're building an asset with us already. Our next product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For that, you get R1,000,000 worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. It doesn't matter your circumstances or who you are, where you live, or how old you are. You can have this product and be a wealth creator with us here at DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. Our Family Wealth Funeral Plan starts at 299 Rand a month. From that, you can pick between a whole range of options. You can have 20,000 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. You can add 5 or 10 family members to the plan. As the principal policy holder, you get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover so that when you pass away, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of your outstanding debt so that your children don't have to. We're thinking beyond the current generation. And then our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we have suppliers coming to us constantly, offering us services and special prices and vouchers and discounts and account managers and VIP treatment and all sorts of things that you now have access to as a member of this club. Go online, watch the training videos of every one of these products, understand how to maximize the benefits, get engaged with your 299 Rand a month, and understand that before you've connected your first person to us, you are already the owner of one of the finest products in the country in its category. Everything that we do at DuePoint is of the highest quality in the current economy. Folks, in addition, in 2019, we are looking for South Africans who are determined to change their circumstances this year. We are looking for South Africans that don't want to wait 5 years. They want to see and experience change now. We have laid down the challenge we call the 365 challenge. It starts on the day you become a wealth engineer with us, and it says that if you can connect 365 of the 57 million South Africans to us in 365 days from the day you become a wealth engineer, we will give you a whole bunch of things. Firstly, a check for 365,000 Rand. These are not false promises. I didn't draw it up in Photoshop and put it on WhatsApp. We deliver on everything that we have ever done at DuePoint. You will get a check for 365,000 Rand. In addition, your channel with 365 connections on it will have grown. Believe you me, they're not going to sit through this presentation and do nothing. And we know how they will grow because we've been here a while. We know the maths. And we know, therefore, that your channel will exceed rank 9. If it exceeds rank 9, it means that in the next 365 days, you will go rank 9 and be with us on our rank 9 trips going forward with your family. We know, too, that it will exceed rank 11. Which means that in the next 365 days, you may, for the very first time in your life, be getting your own car. Now, some of you are looking a little bit like, I don't understand what's going on. Let's make it clear. All I'm asking you to do is to connect one person a day for a year. You don't have to do them one a day. You can do them batches. But effectively, the average is one person a day. For that, you will get the equivalent value of 1.25 million Rand. Now, you've got to ask yourself, as I ask South Africans just about every presentation, if you don't do this, have you got something else in the next year that will get you the equivalent value of R1.25 million. You need to ask yourself that very, very seriously. I've had guys sitting here, I don't have any tonight, but I've had a couple, they sit and look at you sideways over their elbows. And I go, really? You're looking at me sideways over your elbows? What are you doing in the next 365 days? Most of the time it's just getting poorer. That's what it is for us. Unless we pick up the DuePoint tool, in the next 365 days, you will be 25% poorer than you are now, because we know inflation again this year will be close to that. Folks, you have the opportunity in 12 months to completely change your circumstances, because in addition to all of this, you'll have a channel that's now worth 40,000 to 50,000 Rand a month to you. I am certain that 40,000 to 50,000 Rand every month, without you running to your friends to ask them to buy again, will change your circumstances. It'll move you out of the house you live in. It'll move you into a car. It will pay off your debts. And it is there to grow upon. It's not stagnant and then gone. It's something you will build from that point forward. You have the power with DuePoint now to change your life this year. This year. This month, we're going to help you out a little bit in that challenge. We're running our monthly wealth quest. We call it the Young Guns Challenge. It is perfect for pumping new energy into your channels. We're looking for people to go out and find new wealth engineers who are under the age of 30 and get them qualified. What does it mean to get them qualified? They've got to find 3 people each. That's it. You've got to find 2 people under the age of 30 and get them to find 3 people of any age. The 2 that are under 30 can find 3 of any age and put them in and get them all paid by the end of April. If that is something you can do, how many people is that? It's 8 people. That's what we're looking for this month. 2 plus 6. You've got to find 2 people who find 3 people each. And if you can get them all paid by the end of the month, you can get either 5,000 Rand in cash, if I'm not mistaken here, 5,000 Rand in cash, or a brand new iPhone. Here's a hint. The iPhone is worth more than 5,000 Rand. I've heard that one of the ladies said to me, there's no ways I'm getting the iPhone. I'm getting the 5,000. I'm going to buy a cheap phone for 600 Rand. And I'm like, what mentality are we thinking when we go for the cheap phone versus the we're thinking survival, not wealth creation. You see, this creates wealth. This goes gone. But I leave it up to you. You've got the choice. But not only that, you will be a couple more ticks closer to 365, which is the big number. That's the one you're going. Every month we run wealth quests. You can go from there. If you want to become a wealth engineer this evening, ladies and gentlemen, you go to our website, DuePoint.net. Go read the pages, watch all the videos. Everything's in video at DuePoint. And then click the join or apply button. Fill out the form in less than 3 minutes. You're a wealth engineer, not a single cent having left your pockets. And this evening, you have the tool in your hands. This evening, you're able to get out there and start connecting. 55 Rand, 55 Rand, 55 Rand, 55 Rand. Every connection should be seen as a recurring stream of 55 Rands that you're connecting. That can start this evening if you join us. Folks, if you want to do more research, go and do more research. Go to the JSC's website. Go and look us up under Conduit Capital. You'll find us listed there. Go to the Constantia's website. We're a public company. You can see our financials, our directors' earnings, our BEE status. You can go to the FSCA's website and go and see all of our licenses, long-term, short-term, medical, and all of our financial services provider licenses, all listed there. There are 8 or 9 regulators that look after this business. There are none that look after the business that was on your WhatsApp today. But here you've got 9. 9 other people looking after your wealth creation business. Go and do the research and then get cracking. This is a nationwide business. Every couple of months we're in a new spot. On the 11th of May, that's a month and a week away, we are down in Port Elizabeth. Eastern Cape, this is your turn. We'll run our conference there that morning. Get everybody you know there on that morning, the 11th. The tickets are free, but you've got to book them so we know how big a venue to get booked. So get onto the events button on your phone or the events tab on your website and start booking tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to the Eastern Cape, hey, this is an opportunity for you to make it your first trip ever to the Eastern Cape. Don't tell me you don't know people there. There are plenty of people in the Eastern Cape, and you want to be building wealth across the nation. Get booked in, get your tickets sorted, and let's see you down there on the 11th of May. It's going to be an absolutely awesome morning here with us at DuePoint. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see that we're nothing like you've seen before. I can assure you that you will struggle to compare us to anything that's currently available. We believe quite strongly that there is only two choices in South Africa right now. It's either becoming more and more destitute or doing DuePoint. Those are the only options we as South Africans have. If you have another option, please come and tell me. Then at least I won't make that statement anymore. But in all the years I have been doing this, no one has been able to come to me to show me a permanent wealth creation company that is intergenerational, that does not require you to sell or present or carry stock around, and that does not charge you for the use of its people, systems, and technologies. No one has been able to do that. Some people have shown me these funny things from overseas that promise you the world and then are gone in 12 months. Year after year, DuePoint has stood the test of time, delivering on all of its promises. Your choice this evening is simply to pick up the tool and start building wealth for yourselves. Questions and concerns, bring them to us after this presentation or call our client service team. But don't self-select out. Self-select in, and let's start making some proper changes in our country that we all love so much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside. For those of you tuning in, we'll be live again tomorrow at 12:15 for our lunchtime presentation. Thank you very much.